Okay, so I wanted to run through the most missed questions from yesterday's assignment. This was definitely the toughest assignment of the week. It was a challenging one. If you watch the videos, it makes it a little bit more doable, but it is difficult. Now, anytime you have objects on a grid, there's really two ways to go. One is typically the more analytic way, which is to try and do things like cut this in half into two triangles, then try and find a perpendicular distance, and then you can use the base and the height to find those areas of two triangles. I actually much prefer finding too big of area and then subtracting off some other pieces. So what we're going to do in almost all of these problems today is we're going to take the shape and we're going to actually form a rectangle or a square that goes around the outside of it. So I'm going to start at one vertex and I'm just going to go straight up to there. I'm going to go over. Alright, so it's just touching the vertexes on each side. And I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to come across. Alright, now that's a simple rectangle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. Alright, so the area of that rectangle is going to be 6 times 7, which is 42. Right, now clearly that's too much, so we're going to have to cut off some pieces. And specifically, we're going to have to cut off these four pieces. We're going to have to cut off the triangle up here. All right, we're going to have to cut off the triangle down there. We're going to have to cut off the little triangle in here. And we're going to have to cut off this narrow triangle over on this side. All right, and if we subtract those pieces off, then we're going to be able to find the area of that leftover quadrilateral that's on the grid. So I'm going to start with triangle 1 over here. I'm going to call it 1 right there. All right, that one, so area of triangle 1. All right, I have 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to do the base as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the height 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's going to be an area of 10. All right, so now I'm going to go to triangle 2 up here. All right, and area of triangle 2 is going to be 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to do the base as the long side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so base is 6, height is 2. All right, so that's going to be an area of 6. Then I'm going to go area of triangle 3. All right, which is going to be this little narrow one over here. That one I've got a base of 1, so I've got 1/2 times 1, and a height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So height of 5. So that one is an annoying area because it's a fraction, but we've got 5/2. Now I've got one more little area to find, which is this little one right down here, this triangle that's in the bottom left corner. So I've got area of triangle 4 is going to be 1/2 the base, which is 2, times the height, which is 1, all right, which is going to be a 1. So I have to take the 42 I started with. I'm going to subtract the 10, the 6, the 5/2, and the 1. All right, so 42 minus 10 is 32. 32 minus 6 gives me 26. 26 minus 1 gives me 25. So I have 25 minus 5/2. All right, 5/2 is 2.5, so I have 25 minus 2.5, which is going to be 22.5. All right, so when I look at this one, my area of the shaded region is 22.5 units squared. All right, so again, I found too big of area, and then I subtracted off the remaining pieces. And by keeping it a rectangle, we're always going to have nice right triangles on the corners. All right, so if we scroll to the second one, I'm going to actually follow the same strategy. I'm going to take a rectangle, and I'm going to put it outside of this triangle. Right. And what you notice is I have the area I want, plus the area of 3 additional triangles. All right, so this one has a height of 4 and a width of 5, so the area of the rectangle is going to be 4 times 5, or 20. All right, area of triangle 1, 1/2 times base, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, times height, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's going to be 15/2. area triangle 2. That's 1, 2, 3 across the bottom, 1 up, so 1/2 times 3 times 1, which is 3/2. And then area of triangle 3, which is going to be 1/2. I got a base of 2 and a height of 4. So that one's going to be an area of 4. All right, so my area of the shaded green triangle is going to be 20 minus 15/2 minus 3/2 minus 4. All right, so if I push this together, I've got 20, which is 40/2. If I have 40/2, take away 15/2, I'm at 25/2. If I take away 3 more halves, I'd be at 22/2. All right, and 22/2 is 11, so I have 11 minus 4, which is going to be 7. All right, 11 minus 4 is 7, and that's going to be my answer for this one. I'm going to have 7 units squared. All right, so that's really the two problems that the most issues came up with. We're going to take the same strategy with most problems. So if I run through, I've got 2 more here, so I'll just kind of give you a quick start on these, but I'm not going to work all the way through them because they will be the same. All right, so for this problem, right, I'm going to outline with a square or rectangle. All right, this one has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one is a square. All right, so the area of the square is 7 times 7, which is 49. Now I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So I'm going to take the area of the square minus the area of triangle 1 minus the area of triangle 2 minus the area of triangle 3 minus the area of triangle 4. All right, and if I do that with this problem, that's going to give me the area of that remaining space. All right, so this is another very typical problem that you'll see. And then the last one, we're back to another triangle. So again, I'm going to outline this with a rectangle. Which gives me 3 triangles outside of the area we need plus the area we need. So we have area of the rectangle. All right, on this one, that's going to be a 4 times a 5 or 20. All right, and then we're going to have to subtract off the 3 triangles. So we're going to have 20 minus area of triangle 1 minus area of triangle 2 minus area of triangle 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the remainder of this for you because finding the area of the triangle you guys were really comfortable with on that first assignment. But again, we're just basically getting too big an area that's really easy to find, and then we're subtracting off the excess right triangles. This is going to work with any quadrilateral you're given. It's also going to work with any triangle you're given when it's on a grid. If we move off a grid, then we're going to have a little bit more trouble. We're going to have to use some other strategies. But on a grid, this is a really handy way to work with these problems. Hope that helped. Thanks.